English 101. It will seem like lots of fun. Writing CPS and such really isn't all that much. Grading scale may seem real whack. Trust me, you'll get used to that. Don't delay and don't slack off. The essays that you will print off. Office hours are real nice, especially on all those late nights. Staying up and turning in. Hey, it's college, now let's begin. The basics really aren't that hard. Halker and G might catch you off guard. Framing, pinning, and zooming. Claims and warrants and evidence too. The final day we can barely wait. Presentations, they can't be late. Make it sparkle, make it fly. With all the crap on the internet sites. Learning how to blog was cool. Posting and reading it all at school. Hey, I got my GUR. I didn't skip, now I'll go real far. To all the future scholars here, English really is nothing to fear. It goes by all so fast, and now you can say, hey, I passed. Hi, my name's Sophie, and today I'm going to be introducing you to my website, Writing in Critical Inquiry. The design of my portfolio I really wanted to keep simple and clean and easy to navigate for all users who might not be aware of all aspects of the actual presentation itself. As you walk through my website, it starts off with the home page, which is easy to return back to by clicking on the home navigation bar or on the light bulb. The 4 images are links to all of my portfolio aspects, including the presentation essay, this talk, my artifacts, and my blog. I used mostly white and teal and midnight blue on the actual website because I wanted to keep it bright, but yet simple and clean. The pictures I chose for the homepage were chosen based off facts that they are all simple but have a little meaning to them as well without just being basic words on the homepage. The presentation essay picture comes with a computer and a cup of coffee, which describes my writing process completely. I am able to work very well under pressure and deadlines, so staying up late to finish my essay wasn't hard with a good cup of coffee in a quiet space with my Mac. For my RP essay, the link is a guitar. Even though a TED Talk has really nothing to do with the guitar, it was more the idea tied together with it in my song. The essential point of my song was to write it to future 101 students and just a fun and different way to introduce my TED Talk. Where most are doing a Prezi, I really wanted to go outside the box for this since we had so much creative freedom. Bear with me, my singing might not be so great, so I posted the lyrics below, which all tie back to what I have learned and what I want future English 101 students to learn as well. The second picture is for the artifacts. It displays a bunch of road chairs facing forwards. I felt this appropriate because when I hear artifacts, I think of some geologist displaying newfound elements to all his yuppies in the audience, oohing and awing at his work, which I expect from all as they read my chosen artifacts. We have been doing so much work with social norms in discourses and genres. I felt this artifact appropriate just because it displays the other side of it for students who might not be able to function in the normal setting as where G and Halker might expect these students to be. You can also read more about this artifact in the commentary that I have placed right below it. Finally, ending the homepage with my blog. I chose fireworks because, ta-da, it's the grand finale. When looking at my presentation essay, the pictures on the left really have no deeper meaning with what is being said in the paper. When first placing the essay on my website, I was bored with the amounts of words I saw and wanted something fresh. Although the pictures may have no deeper meaning, like the homepage ones, the size does. Each picture represents a paragraph showing off the length and greatness in each one. Picture just helps split up the page so reading all the words won't be so basic. The way my essay turned out, I was very proud of. Reading and rereading and editing may have been a hassle, but it was worth it at the end for me. Using all 3 authors, Halker, G, and Pratt, I really think amplified my arguments and supported my claims deeply. Being able to connect deeply with this community I chose, which is where I'm living, the Ridge, Dorms, and Western, I felt let me express all emotions and really show off my tone and attitude toward the whole subject. Throughout the essay, I used my own personal connection as a way to show the so what, because I bet majority of the people reading this will end up being college students who experience or will eventually sort of experience the same things that I have described in my paper. My conclusion does complete this so what by making the situation seem real to the readers. I keep it broad so that all can understand and connect as well. Personally, I feel I can express so much easier through the English language of talking and less by writing. I like to believe my writing skills are good, but it's like comparing texting to calling someone on the phone. Actually hearing tone and emotion with every move of the mouth is so much greater than having to interrupt it through text. The reason for my RP essay to be in this video form is that for you. You have just spent 8 minutes, at least, hopefully reading my essay, so I'm sure you could use a break. Feel free to read the lyrics though, because I think they're fun and silly. The artifacts page is set up like a home page, with 4 pictures all having to do with the actual artifacts. All do an exemplary job displaying my ideas process through the creation of my presentation. The fishbowl notes help me to discover the actual difference between G and Helker by collaboration and ideas through group discussions. As a design aspect, I put the actual notes that I took during the discussion on a piece of notebook paper on the website itself. I thought this to be creative and fun and give the reader a good sense of what I was looking at actually when I was taking the notes. I have placed the commentary to the right side because the brain reads left to right, so it is easy to see and basic enough to get an understanding of how the actual notes themselves help me picture the ideas in the links. The link itself is a fishbowl, which I think is pretty self-explanatory. The second artifact is an example essay of what we read in class. I placed it on my website as a slideshow of photos so the reader can actually read the example essay, then get a good sense of how I used it in my essay and how I got a good sense of examples to base my essay off of. I have placed the commentary underneath, again using a teal background as to make the example essay the first thing the reader sees when getting to the page, since I would like them to take the time to read it. The pictures for the link is a camera because the title of the example essay is Photography, Responsibility, and Conflict. The third artifact is a 10-minute write we did in class when preparing to write our presentation essays. The point of this is to get all your initial ideas on the page and go back through and edit them later. Most of the ideas in my 10-minute write I actually used in my presentation essay, so I felt it to be very helpful. The design aspect I used was just placing the typed out 10-minute write, which was initially handwritten, on a teal basic shape so that was the first thing the reader saw, and then again the commentary to the right, so it was easily not missed. The last artifact was that paper that I wrote about learning disabilities in my education classroom. I felt it appropriate design by making the actual essay on a blackboard and look like chalk. Simple and easy to read and just cute since it is about the classrooms. The commentary is underneath with a pencil, which just adds again more creative focus to the actual commentary. Finally, my blog. There is a screenshot picture of the actual blog to the right that can be opened up on a separate page by clicking the box that simply says check out my blog. Also, using my basic colors of teal and midnight blue easily help the reader to navigate through to the actual blog. I have chosen the song Eyes, written by Rogue Wave, playing as the reader opens the first page. I chose this song because it was quiet and yet simple enough and calming to those, and I felt as it was inspiration while I was writing this whole portfolio. It continues to play as the reader is looking through my blog as well, which I think just gives a more personal touch and gives an idea of who I am, since throughout most of my presentation essay, I really want people to understand where I'm coming from. Underneath this, I have placed a short About Me page. A picture of me with a little sun just shows my bright personality, and I have written a short little bio of who I am and the ultimate purpose of my presentation. It is in cursive to make it stand out and less formal because it is supposed to be about me and not just about the presentation. The whole process formed from the collaboration of ideas from throughout the quarter was a big inspiration for me. Big idea that I am going to take from the class is that all ideas are never new. They are built off of something else or someone else's. The light bulb at the top represents this for all of me. All my ideas and arguments might not be new, but they are mine, and I am happy and proud to stand by all that they are and all they continue to grow up to be. As my ideas evolve, so will I. I hope you take the time to look through my entire presentation, and thank you so much. Have a good day.